Hi, today I will show you how to create a 2 meters long Schuko IEC to PowerCon cable that fits audiophile requirements. For this work you will need the following: PowerCon neutrik jack, Schuko IEC Europe jack. I chose this one that is made in Holland because its price isn't too high and the quality is great. You will also need a braided sleeving and a high quality power cable. I chose this 1.5 square millimeter sectional one. This is enough for a 2 meters long cable. For the tools you will need everything that is meant for soldering and also a screwdriver, a paper knife, pincers and a lighter, which you can't see because it is out of the frame. So let's get cooking. First thing to do is put the braided sleeving jacket on the power cable. This might take some time, but the gain is massive, because braided sleeving is a protective cover, which gives great physical properties and also a good look. High-end audiophile systems cannot manage without it. Here is one cable's end ready for the upcoming things. Now gently remove the outer isolation sleeve from the power cable by not cutting inside wire core's isolation. When you're done, put the neutrik PowerCon jack part on the cable, because after you put the screws on, you will not be able to put the PowerCon on it. Now remove the sleeve from these 3 wires, so we could use soldering iron and set up the jack. Here is the wire after it got soldered. You can set up the PowerCon jack without soldering, but soldered wires oxidize slower and give better electric conduction. Put a heat shrink tubing on the braided sleeving, so that the sleeving would not slide off the power cable. You need to do this action for both of the cable ends. Now we will set up the PowerCon. Don't even think about messing up the electrical wiring color codes. It is required to use international standards, where brown wire is hot, blue is neutral, and green/yellow stripe wire is ground. After these standards, we will also attach the PowerCon jack power cable. Each wire needs to go in the correct PowerCon socket and you need to attract the screws. When all 3 wires are in their places, check all screws again just to see if they are all sealed in tight. After that, the sleeving jacket needs to be adjusted so it would be at the power cable's end. Then, with the help of a lighter or a heat gun, apply a heat shrink tubing. When that's done, accurately build up the PowerCon jack. Here is a pretty looking neutrik PowerCon jack from Liechtenstein. Now comes the final part. Cut off the spare braided sleeving jacket. For the other end we will use this Holland's made good quality Schuko IEC Europe standard plug. You will also have to remove the sleeve from those 3 wires, so you could work on them with a soldering iron. When it's done, just as before, apply a heat shrink tubing. Also, it's time for us to add the IEC jack. Main thing to remember is the international wiring color codes. Brown is hot, blue is neutral, and green/yellow stripe wire is ground. Adjust the screws so that wires would hold in tight. Before we finish our job, add the heat shrink tubing and add the remaining parts of the IEC plug. The final job is done and also the IEC plug is mounted on the power cable. Now let's look at what we have made. Here is the brand new made high-end PowerCon to Schuko IEC Europe standard cable that fits the audiophile requirements. This cable is meant for 10 ampere power and is meant for 2200 watts power. Great quality and a nice look. If this helped you, leave a comment, subscribe and do all of those good things. And until next time.